Raising money for ToutApp, there was this pattern I started to notice. There's these two groups of investors. On one hand, you had this group of investors that immediately perked up as soon as I said sales acceleration or sales engagement software, sales productivity software. On the other hand, there's this other group of investors that are like, oh, okay. And it took me a while to really figure out why it was such extremely different reactions. One group actually had an enterprise sales team working for them. They were CEOs or operators, or some of their biggest portfolio companies had enterprise sales team. And they immediately understood the total addressable market, the pain of the market. The other group never really got close to a sales team. They were never on a sales floor. They never just experienced it. So they had no idea. So in this video, I'm gonna actually walk you through how to actually articulate your total addressable market slide so that regardless of whether they know your market or not, they're gonna get it right away. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK. On this channel, I help SaaS founders like you navigate the path to the next stage of growth, navigate the path to product market fit with an unstoppable strategy. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon because I drop an episode 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Actually, I don't drop one on Monday, it's Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're already part of the community, you're already subscribed, you hit the bell icon, welcome back. It's really great to see you here. If you're raising money for your SaaS business, one of the most important slides you'll have to work on is the total addressable market slide. This is the slide that comes when you kind of explain the problem, you explain kind of what you're doing, and you're like, here's the opportunity, here's what we're going after, right? And if you are creating a pitch deck, I have a 30-minute training video on how to actually create a pitch deck, the perfect pitch deck, and how to get it in the mind of the investor. I'll link to it below. You don't have to go to it right now, but that's what this one looks like. I'll link to it later. But the total addressable market slide is what I want to talk about because the total addressable market is where you lose most investors. And so I want to dig into that. I want to zoom into that. Having raised from the likes of Andreessen Horowitz, Founder Collective, 500 Startups, Jackson Square Ventures, you name it, I've learned a thing or two about pitch decks. I've learned a thing or two about investors and raising money. And so I'm going to walk you through the 4 questions that go through the investor's mind when they're looking at your total addressable market slide. So if you're excited to dig in, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's go to question number 1. Okay, now the first question they're gonna be asking themselves when they're looking at your TAM slide, at the end of the day, what they really wanna know is how many people have this urgent and important problem. Hopefully by this point in the slide, they kind of understand what problem you're solving. What they're really looking to understand is this an urgent problem? Is this an important problem? And is this an urgent and important problem for a large group of people? Especially if you're pitching to venture capital, their job is to find massive markets. And so the first real question they're really asking is there a market for this and how big is it? So that's the first question that you're gonna have to answer for them. The second question you're gonna have to answer for them is, how many of them are paying to solve this problem and how much are they paying? What they really want to understand is it's okay if people have an urgent and important problem, but suppose there's a free solution to it. They're just going to go do that. Are they actually forking up cash? They're taking out their wallets or their credit cards and paying to solve this urgent and important problem today. Are they already doing that? And what does that amount come to? That's the second thing. This is where a lot of people get caught up. They're trying to find that, we have a huge market. It's a $4 trillion market. And they kind of lose credibility because it's not real. But it is important to highlight how big the market is in a real way and go after a really large market. If you want to learn a little bit more about how to properly size your total addressable market and get the strategy right, be sure to check out this video where I go a little bit more into detail on how to actually size your market properly. I'll link to it at the end of this video. Don't worry, I'll link to it down below. You don't have to go right now. That's the second question, literally how much are they spending? The third question that they're gonna then ask is, okay, if there's a certain number of people, they're paying this much, the next question they'll have in their mind is, well, hang on a second, how much are they gonna pay you? How are you going to be priced? Are you gonna come in and disrupt this current pricing model? Are you gonna charge the same amount? Are you gonna charge a premium? And at this point, are they already paying you, or is this a theoretical, like we think that our first customer is gonna pay us $100 bajillion, and they're gonna be like, oh, well, okay, how do you figure that? So they'll wanna understand how big is the market, how much are they paying, and then how much are they going to pay you. Now, hang on, before I go to the next question, let me just pause here for a second. Are you starting to visualize this? I want you to visualize the investor literally looking at your slide and thinking about these questions. These are the questions that are going through their mind. This is why my other pitch deck video is so popular, because I don't just tell you here are the 5 slides to have. I tell you here's what's going through the investor's mind from the beginning of the meeting to the end of the meeting. So you should definitely check that out if you're fundraising. But if you start to see the value of answering these specific questions in a really strategic way, can I just get a yes in the comments below? Please, just do it for me. Do it for the community. Do it for all of us. And also smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to dig more into this, I do have my 5-point startup strategy guide. I'll link to it below. It helps you codify a real market, go-to-market, and product strategy for your SaaS business. So you should check that out as well. Okay, 4th question. Are you ready for the 4th question? The 4th question they're going to be asking themselves is, how hard is it to reach these people, and how likely are you able to do it? Okay, so I know that's a lot. But basically what you just told them is like, look, hopefully there's this massive market. It's an urgent and important problem. It's so urgent and important, they're spending this much on it right now. It's so compelling that we're gonna go into this market, we're gonna charge them this much. So if they believe all of those things, and they'll keep an open mind because they're investors and they have time with you, then they'll wonder, well, okay, got it. How likely are you that you're gonna be able to actually attract these people and get them to pay you? Right? This all goes into, I talk about this in my videos all the time. There's 3 things that every SaaS business needs to have. The first one is a market strategy. Market trumps everything else. So that's a lot of what this is about. The second is your product strategy. Product strategy meaning it's not just about all the features, it's about the right core loops. And the third thing is you need a go-to-market strategy. And so while you don't have to answer it in this TAM slide, the investor is going to be bookmarking in their head on, okay, if they are trying to go after this market and they're charging $1, that's a lot of people they have to convince. Or if they're going into this market and their average deal size is going to be $1 million, like, okay, that's like a few set of customers they have to go after and really own. But are they going to be able to do it? What's their go-to-market strategy going to be? So they're going to keep an open thread in their head as they go through the rest of the presentation to really understand how you're going to go to market into that opportunity. You guys starting to get this? Isn't this awesome? So to recap, number 1, how many people have this urgent and important problem? They want to know that. How much are they spending on this important and urgent problem? How much are you going to charge, or you're already charging, and why I should believe you? And number 4, are you likely going to be able to go attract these people through your go-to-market strategy? Those are the 4 questions that you need to actually think about when you're thinking about your TAM slide. The TAM slide is where you lose a lot of investors because the opportunity just isn't clear, they don't get it, they don't have any context around it. So it's your job to educate them on what a big opportunity you're going after is. And when you do, all the investor conversations become easier. The way you get an introduction to an investor becomes easier because the person introducing you will be able to say, this is part of this market and this is how big it is and here's what the opportunity is. Everything becomes a lot easier. And also, obviously, you need to also figure out your go-to-market strategy. So if you are in that stage where you're fundraising, where you're trying to figure out your product, market, go-to-market strategy, be sure to check out my 5-point startup strategy guide. In that guide, I walk you through all the key questions you need to answer so you can create this 1-page strategy for your SaaS growth. So you can go down and follow the link below for the videos that I mentioned and also to download the guide, or you can also go to getunstoppable.com/strategy, getunstoppable.com/strategy to actually download my 5-point guide as well. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you got value from it, be sure to smash that like button for that YouTube algorithm. I drop a video like this to help SaaS founders like you navigate the path to product market fit, navigate the path to the next stage of growth. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. If you are part of a Slack group or a mailing list or just a WhatsApp thread of other SaaS founders, please be sure to share this video with them. It would mean the world to us. It will help us expand our community. And lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business, but when you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I'll see you in the next episode. Now, what you're gonna